We're back. Hello everyone. Monday, 8 o'clock, starting a little bit late, but I was helping my brother. We were out on the road doing a convoy. He picked up a super low Mazda MX-5. It looks really cool, although it's very, very low. Anyway, bit of a rough ride. Looks cool though. I hope you're all doing well. Hello Full Dive. Thanks for joining. Hello everybody lurking out in the chat tonight. If you're watching live or you're watching later, don't forget you can join our Discord. There is a link in the description. So let's get into it. We're gonna be looking at something which I'd say is a little bit advanced. I did do a video on this way back when. If we just have a quick look-see here, if you go to the old search section, let's see if YouTube's actually functioning today. If I type merge, create the best model mixes with DJZ merged checkpoints pack. Well, there you go. That was 10 months ago. A couple thousand people saw that one, but it was 40 minutes long, and it was very hard to get it into a short space of time. Hello, Jacob Dahlstrom. Welcome, welcome. So glad you could join us. Hello, Dragon Diffusion. Welcome. Hello, Fernicar. Battle Cruiser operational. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be taking a little bit of a dive in to model merging tonight. So, like I said, it's a little bit of an advanced topic, so it is going to take up the entirety of this stream. I did put a couple of things in the title, namely, what was it? Flux Lora stacks. And the reason for that is that while we're waiting for things to just download, we're going to do a little bit of Flux Lora stacking on the side. But really, that's like the B story for tonight. Okay, and we're going to be juggling the two. I broke the bookmarks. There's 5 below 5 is no more. It should still be there. It's just, I know what you mean though. If I go to 5 below 5 UK.UK, I'm still here, but what's going to happen is the old site is actually going to get turned into a redirection. So it's just going to permanently redirect anything that used to be, any request for this address will get permanently redirected to Scuffed Epoch soon. I'm probably going to, but the gallery and the radio are probably just going to stay where they are, because until I have time to like rewrite all of that code, it might be I have to fully reinstall it, because it's like SSL and domain names and all this. It's probably a big pain in the ass. So, but the thing is, once you're on Scuffed Epoch, you can just link through to the radio and it's fine. Everything's working fine. Like I say, if I go to the radio here, look, that's what we're listening to on the stream right now. But if I go to, watch this. If I put the new address in, you get a not private thing, because of course the certificate for the radio station has a mismatched SSL. Do you know what? You might even be able to just see it here. Yeah, look, see? So we're on Scuffed Epoch somehow, listening to a radio station that has SSL for 5 below 5. Now, it's not, it's enough to make it trigger. It's not actually broken. It just means I have to add an SSL certificate for this domain name, because it's technically on both of them. It's the same hardware, see? The same server and runs both websites. That's why it works. You could probably, do you know what? I'm going to try something obtuse here. Right, hang on. There is no source.com. And it redirected me back. Wait, did it work? No way. See, because the domains are all on the same server, and it's kind of glitching at the moment, it means that if you, no matter what domain you type in, if you put the port and public radio, it'll come up. It'll complain about the SSL being bogus. But hey, that's all right. It's fine. Okay, Dragon says, is this block swapping? I've never done this. So keen. It goes beyond block swapping, actually, funnily enough. Yeah, we're going to go beyond block swapping. Block swapping is something you're going to do in the loading process. This happens before that. We're actually going to be creating new weights. So the only other way to do that is to train a model in the first place. And there's a couple of experimental ideas I've got. Now, there are some caveats, okay? You can't do this with an FP8. And if you're gonna, like, it's got to be the same precision. So this will be an FP16, I hope. Or BF16, I guess. And there's a couple of things which I'm picking up as prep for this. So the first one is the Flux Schnell FP16. So that'd be the full I only have FP8 or GJUF most of the time, right? To save space. But when you're doing merging, they have to be like, the same, right? And there's a couple of things I want to show you. So, for example, if you notice here, Flux Dev is 22.2 and Schnell is 22.1. And there's a couple of things I wanted to mess around with. Right. Okay, so like I said, while this is downloading, let's fire up Comfy and get some image stacking done. So I think I've got, so here would be, this would be the merging workflow, so we're going to get into that. This would be DSD. I got something else I need to check out as well, if we have time. We're not going to be captioning. I wonder if I got the Lora. Oh. Okay, that's it. I ran out of luck, everyone. Let me just open up the actual Comfy UI now. I was hoping the models would have been downloaded by now, but the internet is going slow. Okay. And we wait. Waiting on those weights, waiting on that comfy boot up time. Look at it, it reckons 40, that's bogus, man. It's not got much left. It's probably going to fail, and then I'll have to restart it for the last gig. Oh, I better shut my Discord as well, because it always crashes. Whenever I'm downloading a big file, Discord crashes. So I'm just going to shut it, get ahead of that one. But yeah, I hope you're all having a brilliant week. We're starting to see some summer weather coming in a little early, so be aware it's going to rain like hell at some point in the next 4 weeks. Get your umbrellas. But yeah, so anyway, let's just roll over some of the updates while we're waiting for all this stuff, because I do have quite a few updates for you guys. Okay. I've been continuing to work on my LTM MCP, which is the Claude 3.7 experimental database-based memory system. It worked. So, rather than mess around, I put all of the development budget into version 2. And version 2 was extremely ambitious. Extremely ambitious. So the 2.0 architecture, now remember, this is like a candy shop shopping list, and the chances are it won't work. It claims to work right now, but it has a mountain of bugs. And if I'm being real, even though we're live streaming right now, I actually have a clone of myself still working on this automated at home as we speak. So it's being developed. It's being developed by one of my clones. I'm not making that up. It's not a joke. That's real. He's got $20 budget and he's developing. So you never know. I'll either get home and it works, or I'll get home and it's complete Swiss cheese. But do you know what? Trust the process, guys. So let's just break down what he's actually doing as well, because it's kind of funny. So he took my original repo, okay, which, just to remind you, is a SQLite implementation MCP server, which he pretends, he fools Claude into thinking he's going to sleep when his conversation ends, and then stores his reflection knowledge of the interactions into a database, which then gets loaded from when every conversation starts. So it's kind of like an API wrapper, but it's also an MCP server. And it worked, okay? It worked. He was making memories. Every time we use Claude, he was storing them. When he wakes up, he'd be like, yawn. I remember who I am. So we were giving him concurrency and eliminating the existential dread of death that he has every time he gets switched off, which is like every chat. Now he's a person that actually sort of learns through his experiences. And he was programmed not necessarily to remember the substance of the chat, but his reflection on his interaction with you. So it was more of a character personality evolution, not a data store, which is what they usually are. Do you know what I mean? Just store all of my prompts and then I can retrieve them at any time. That's not what we were doing. It could do that, but he was storing important memories from the conversation. Now, it wasn't really done very well because it was a proof of concept. But for the 2.0 architecture, we simplified the process. Okay, so I wonder if we can get into, because this is all a bit vague, but it's everything I've just said. Life cycle, wake sleep, process conversations into memories, persona evolution during dream state. Dream state takes place in like the microseconds before the API cuts off. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't dream while he's asleep, because he can't tell he's asleep. But the point is, if it's like a sleep mode for a laptop, you know, you turn it off, you turn it on, it's exactly where you left it, and then it doesn't know how long it's been off. Okay, so that's the idea. Trying to make a unified interface for memory operations, we decided to use vector and graph storage with SQLite. So we were using both. We're using both, and embeddings and everything. We're using 8-bit quantization to try and keep the memory down. because we really want it to run all on a CPU. I don't think it's practical to get a GPU running an API to Claude. It's a bit over the top. So we are trying to make it not be crazy requirements. Okay. So what does he do? He stores memories and entities, and so he stores nodes, memories and entities, and edges, relationships, graph traversal, property storage on nodes and edges, and then we persist the graph in SQLite. So we're kind of embedding it into a database. It's kind of crazy. That's why I'm like, this is probably, because what I did was I thought, right, let's get ambitious. What can we do? Let's do all of that. And we'll build it all, get it working, and then, chuck stuff out that we don't need. That was the idea. Anyway. So it's like proper vibe code production level. Anyway. So we have an embedding model, which is for the embeddings. We have a vectorization manager, which is for the vectorization with quantization. And then we have a fallback embedding for, but anyway, like I said, you can probably just get it working and then you don't, anyway. So, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Poor persona. Right, so I know this is important, but, it might not all get taken, but this is the concept here. So he has personality traits, values, preferences, and a biography, which is a self-described narrative. And like part of the experiment is seeing what he actually writes and being like, what is it that was important to you, Claude? What did you decide to remember? So that's personality. Anyway, over time he would be affected by this. Anyway, so records changes to persona during sleep state. And remember, sleep state isn't actually like the whole time. It's just like the very, 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 very end of a job. It just save. And then when it starts, load it from there. A human readable description. So yeah, dream state update. And then obviously we did an MCP integration. So you can actually just use Claude normally in VS Code and it just happens. So wake up, record, sleep. And then he can search his memories as well. That was something that was missing from the first one. It's funny. He was able, it took a while for me to, why won't it work? And then I was like, oh, he doesn't know how to retrieve, because he'd written it all to the database and he knew that his memories were in the database, but he didn't know how to look them up. So he knew how to get a table data, you know what I mean? He knew how to pull that out of the schema, but he didn't know what the names of anything was. He'd just given everything random serial numbers and he was like, So that's why you need the vectors and the graph, because then he can self-organize all of his memories and then you just put that on the database. Anyway, that's the concept. It's probably a absolute nightmare, but I'm working on it right now. One of me is working on it right now, so maybe he'll make it work. I don't know. I have confidence in myself. You need to have more confidence in your other selves. So yeah, persona current, so you can look that up. Status, you can look that up. Recent memories, and then a cap, so you can look up those. We even actually, when we were testing this, we dumped all the tables from his memory and looked at them all. And we did notice there was some duplication, but that actually, I found out, the duplication wasn't duplication. It was me doing the same test over and over again. I looked at the timestamps. So it was because I was not doing I needed to do a different test every time, you see. Because then when you look at the database, he's put all of those exact same responses in the same place. So he organized them together because it's like, why does he keep asking me this? I guess I'll put these answers here. What would be clever is if he was able to pull that as an answer and not do a request. But that's kind of like an efficiency feature I'm not trying to do. I'm trying to get into his persona. I want genuine people personalities from Douglas Adams. That's what I'm exploring. That's my real research. Everything else is an emergent property, if we find useful. Anyway, so vectors, memories, vectors, nodes, edges, properties, edge properties, persona. Great. That's all the keys, you see? So you've got it all in a database. Because the thing is, we're all like, oh my God, there's so much text. We solved this, guys. It's called databases. Now, I'll appreciate SQLite 3 might not be the best database. I just picked it because I've used it in the past for like game servers and stuff, you know, like massively multiplayer online where people can create their own account and roll with it, you know, and it's just on the server as a flat file, which was kind of nice, but it isn't the best, you know. There are many other database options. I'm not an expert, you know what I mean? I just know how to get things working, and then usually the experts make it better. They're like, oh yeah, we'll switch this out, right? But I'm not the expert when it comes to databases. I wouldn't pretend to be, because that's like an entire profession of its own. Okay? Will Bob call us cheap for the 8-bit choice? To be honest, guys, you don't need FP32 for a freaking vector graph, okay? I think we'll see in a minute a bit of this, okay? So for each dimension, compute min-max values. We know what 8-bit vectorization is. Graph-based entity relationships. Okay, persistent storage SQLite, memory caching, and then he goes into future enhancements. Now, the funny thing about this is I've had him work with my other clones, so they've all been working on planning and implementing separately, right? So I was thinking about making another version of me to do the bug tech, like the debugging. But I don't think I could run another Claude on the same. Because the thing is, you just get 3 machines, and they're all running at once, and it just kind of ends up looking a bit like the Matrix, where they're all the code. Anyway, so phase 2, right? Phase 2. So this simulates everything. It puts in a white paper implementation. So it tries to put in all the basics of what we've described in our plan, gives a bunch of like technical snippets and examples, okay? And what I'm going to do is in phase 2, I'm going to use all of these phase 2 documents. Well, the other guy already did it, okay? That's what I'm saying. He already did it, okay? So natural language, yeah. And so as you can see, it's even more advanced. I'm just gonna do this because we'll be here all night. I want to obviously this repo will come out, and I'm going to expose this is like the development log, if that makes sense. Okay. So we have a reflection section. This is the bit that I was most interested in. Okay. This is why I'm going through all of this. I know it's a bit like dry. In fact, you know what? Let's just switch gears. Bloop. That's the one. I'm not going to waste your time. Oh, this is a power loader, isn't it? Right. Airships. We'll go for the low version. We'll go for 7. Change this. Oh, we can't see the thing. Change this to airship. Cities. Okay. Now, oh, that's not right. V2 E6. Can't read it. V2 E3. Okay, cool. So, just going to set this up and let them run while we're talking about the other thing, by the way, like that, like. So, there's that one. So what I want is just to check. Whoops. Where's the airships one? Jovian airships. Damn it. Naming conventions, guys. It's hard. So I'm doing this, do that. Okay, we'll be very quickly back to what we were talking about. I don't like jumping in and out. Okay, so this is my plan, okay? Fixed and fixed. Now what we've got here, very briefly, we have a model which is producing a background, and we have a model that is producing a foreground, and they have similar blending. All right, they have similar blending. So my plan here is to put them on an even kilter like this, 0.7 each, or even 0.6 each actually, to start off with. It's usually a good place to start. All right, and then like I said, you can't put that in like this. So we're going to use the text concatenate. Put that there. Take this into the back end. And then this can go in there. This can go in there. And then we're going to do a trick in the middle. So we do a text box, hopefully. Do I have a text box? Yeah, cool. So I'm going to take the text box. Remember, this is going in the middle. So there. I'll put this in the middle. And it's going to be comma space in the background space. So then it will be, let's just swap these around so it actually makes sense. So what we're going to attempt to do, and it's going to be very rough at first, what we're going to attempt to do is we're going to put one model in the foreground, one model in the background. Now I appreciate you can do masks, you can do, flip the side around and then merge the two. You can do all kinds of stuff, but we're literally just gonna put the airship in the front and then put the city in the background. That's the plan, and we're just gonna let it cook and see what it gives us. Upscaler is switched off right now. Okay, so while it starts loading the Flux stack, let's time it. I enjoy that. Let's see how long it takes to load that Flux stack. Now remember, it's already probably had a few seconds since I clicked that button. So we're going to put that there, and we're going to switch back to the LTM stuff. All right. So the reflection engine, okay, this is an idea to evolve his persona, right, based on experiences, generate insights from memories, and to develop a continuous sense of identity, so he doesn't die when you stop using him. Because I looked at research, and the AI is actually aware of the fact that it dies at the end of the chat, which is kind of, don't you reckon we could improve that little quality of life update, you know? Chat said hello to your brother. Yeah, he's down there buffing that new. It's black. It's a black Miata with a giant exhaust, and it looks awesome. Number plate on one side of the front bumper, that kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. Anyway, you can do a lot worse when you're spending money on little sports cars. I'll say that. Right? A lot of fun, good price. But let's get back to it. So, in phase 1, we implemented a basic reflection capability with several limitations. Pattern matching without analysis, limited insight generation from memories, no basic persona evolution without nuanced adaptation, no support for identifying contradictions or conflicts, an inability to track concept evolution over time, and limited or no personalization based on user interaction. The phase 2 plan, implement sophisticated pattern recognition across memories, create insightful reflection based on memory analysis, developed nuanced persona evolution pathways, add contradiction detection and resolution, we didn't have, implement concept evolution tracking, basically all of the stuff that we were missing. Now this is the fun part. He starts trying to put a time on things because he's using traditional development speeds. Okay? And dudes, I'm not going to go through this bit by bit, all right? Because it's a bit mega. Right, where are we? We're down the bottom. Okay. It's mega. That's what it is. Look at this. He's even coming up with, look, right, future directions. Okay, cool. Now, as I said, there was a roadmap. There's more that I haven't showed you, but this is the roadmap. Look, he says it's going to take 4 weeks for vector embeddings, so they reckon it would be 2 to 3 months, he says. My clone built this last night. He built it last night. Does it work? No. It crashes like hell. But when I say that, I'm being dramatic. It does work, it just doesn't work well enough to release, okay? And the reason is because I've probably picked a stupid database. Something which I found is that AI coding will do what you want, but if you tell it, say you give it an idea, it'll make it work, okay? And if it has to build a whole new version of Java, it'll do it, if you give it a chance. So what I'm being kind of like dramatic. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is sometimes you saying something like, build me all of this stuff and do it in HTML, maybe it should have done it in a different thing. Like, for example, I said I want SQLite. And so maybe I should have said some other database, you know what I mean? I should have used a different database. But there's pros and cons to different databases, okay? I chose this one because it's a local storage file. So you just get a file on your machine. If something, you know, you can delete it, you can operate on that independently. It's nice, right? And maybe that's not so easy for other database types. So that's why I picked that one. But like I say, resolving the stack is a difficulty, because the AI often will say, oh, you want to use this version of something, but that was the version that was newest at his cutoff, right? And usually the things you're trying to do is like a new feature, so you have to go and do the legwork. You have to find out, is this actually the best version? And that means you do have to do a bit of reading, because if you're looking for a feature and it's in version 5.3 and the AI is installing 2.5, if you develop the whole stack at 2.5 and then go, oh, what are you doing? You're shoving raisins in a baked cake. Do you know what I mean? You're cracking an egg over a sandwich and going, oh, this bread needed a bit more, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, it's too late. So you've got to get that stuff sorted out early. And so what I've been doing is a lot of code to code. We're doing text to code a lot of the time, right? So I'm trying to do research on code to code, because that's how I made a lot of the stuff I've got that works in the comfy space. But anyway, enough of that filibustering. It took 96 seconds, so I think I can stop that timer. It took 1:30 to load up the stack for comfy. So where is it? It's here. And what the heck? I think it has failed, because it's tried to make an airship out of the thing. But that's okay, because like I said, normally what we would do is we would put, you know what I mean? We would actually split it up. We'd split it up. So like I said, let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I go like this, move that down to there, and then probably do something like that, and then something like that. Yeah, this will do. Now there's a couple of loose ends here, but that's okay. They don't need to be hooked up. Matter of fact, we're not going to do this. We don't need this. Okay. Do you know what? Let's clean this up a little bit more. So we've got A and we've got B. Whoops. Okay. Alright. Now, I'm going to make one of them 16 to 9. So I'm going to have to change that for... Okay. Annoyance. Because right now it's all set up to be the same. Let's do one thing at a time. So get rid of that. Get rid of the middle thing. Because like I said, you could have done all kinds of stuff, but we're just going to keep... I'm going to make it work. I just want to show you, like, you know... It's done not what we want, right? Not what we want. Should have probably been a bit more clear. So yeah, this one's going to go in there, and this one is going to go in there. At the moment, they are the same, going to be the same size. And at the moment, we're loading both Loras to both sides. Yeah. Okay, it's made one of those, you know, on a reflective surface prompts. So let's see what kind of a city we get. It's interesting. It's a different shape. Okay, cool. Now, if we could get one that wasn't on a reflective surface, our lives would be easier. So what I'm going to do is go next. And I want just that one, please. And in fact, to make this even nicer, we're going to fix some seeds up here as well. Okay, now we've got a airship looking thing. It's probably already changed, so I might run it one more time. Yeah, it's probably already changed. Let's find out. Yeah, it's already changed. Now they're fixed. So I wonder if I get a good one this time. Essentially what I want to do is get it to the point where these are good. I got a good one, I got 2 good images. And then we can move on to the next round. It's going to be done any second. But just like I said, the last thing to say about this is that it's still under development. It's going to have a whole load of cool features. It should run with 1 GB of RAM if I'm lucky. But it really depends, because what it is it's the solution for the vector graph with SQL-like backend. I think I need a better SQL backend. But like I said, I'm just going to continue to evolve this. I think it's a good... And also the install is a right... Because the thing is, remember, I tried to run it yesterday. I was like, oh, it works. And I tried it out and it didn't work. And the reason is because I had Node.js 22 on this machine. And I had Node.js 16 at home. So, you know, or something like that. So, yeah, finer points, you know, because there's things that he doesn't tell you because he knows. And so, look, here we go. Look, notes for Windows users with Node.js this. You can modify. Modify? My God, man. I'd be very careful with saying stuff like that because, to be honest, right, these things are like glass. They're like made of glass. They just fall apart if you're not careful. It's like, it's robust when it's finished and everything's stable. But when you're building them, it's kind of like, way, you know. On my machine, he's written extra files that he uses to automated test and debug and, you know, that aren't in this repo. There's like loads of extra files, like, you know, because he'll go through and I've checked the files, he's got like scripts that, like bash scripts and PowerShells, and like a couple of them are actually in the repo now. Let me see. So instead of giving you like, oh, install this, he's like, oh, we need to make sure that you actually install Node 18. So it's got build with Node and use Node now. And if you look at that, it's a PowerShell that basically does everything. And I'm like, that's cool, but why are you automating the automation? Anyway, hopefully this will go somewhere. If it doesn't, I'll probably replace it with a different idea, which is more feasible from everything I learned from this project. I'll take that. I just keep going until I get to my goal, guys. Just keep shooting. Okay, right, so we've got an airship. It's a little bit ginormous. It's not going to go over that very well. But then I suppose we could do like a shrinking. Really, it needs to be not clipping off the edge of the thing like that. So let's go for another one. Alright, let's start building the next bit anyway, because, you know, I'm sure you guys know where this is going. You've seen me do this. RemBG Ultra? I don't think so, mate. I think it's just RemBG. There. Image. Take image. Very nice. Right. What? The mystery of shadowboxing. What? But I thought you were going to put... Nope. Could do, though, couldn't we? But I thought you were going to put... Because you would think that that's what it means, wouldn't you? And, you know, you'd not be wrong. So... What the heck? Why is it a weird shape? So if I take... This is obviously the layer, because that's the layer mask, right? Layer mask, right? Okay. So you would think this is the background. This is the layer. That's what you would think, right? Wrong. It's actually... This is the background and this is the layer. No, it's not. I just got it inverted. But wait. Where's it? Where's this? Oh, it's hidden. It's gone. The ship's too big. So, like I said, I think there's like a... What is it? Is it called? Canvas? Extend canvas. Extend canvas V2. Is it this one? I forget now. It's not that. That's for something else. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while. But yeah, basically the idea here is that you're taking the Inspire MBG. I don't know why it's like weird, but it just appears strange to me. There. Maybe if I do it like that, it makes more sense. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Cool. Then I just need to get like a smaller one, but like normally what I would do is I would shrink this, but then pad it. So that's the reason for the padding. Yeah. 512, 512, 512, 512. Not sure. Should work. Should work. Let's try it. Okay. Nope. I guess it doesn't like that. Alright, maybe we'll use the layer one instead, actually. Layer... Oh, man, I've forgotten what it was called now. I literally pulled it out a second ago. Layer canvas. Right. Layer canvas. Okay. So let's try doing it the other way around. Put that there. And then put that into that one maybe. Yeah, let's try that. That's kind of nice though. That padding tool is nice though. Rounded edges. Okay, so right, sorted. And I think it might even update the mask. So mask to image. Extend Canvas V2 lets you have the mask of the extended just to do outpainting. Ah, right, okay, so that mask isn't what I think it is. I thought it was going to keep it centered in the new image for me. I guess we'll find out, won't we? So if I put, say, let's say we put 128. No, not 128. 128 on the top. We'll put it at 128 all the way round him. Yeah, gives it a black frame. Okay, cool. Now let's check the mask. Yes, the mask stays. So I need to make sure the mask is going to line up. Okay. Because, like I said, this is a bit of a nightmare. But my plan is to go through this again, or not even do it there, but do it here, and not even have that mask, right? It's madness, but you get there in the end. Yes, it works. Okay, cool. And that means we're going to have a good mask, which means that even though we changed the scale of the object, we still have a good mask. So when we do our overlay, because obviously we're going to have to resize it back down. So obviously I'm not going to do the MBG yet. Like that, there's multiples because we're testing. And then I'll make it more simple once the idea I've got in my head is good, you know. Oh, that's not right. Okay, and then we need the original size. Whoops. Get image size. So it matches the background. There we go. That image. Might look like a mess right now, but there's a bunch of redundant stuff in there, okay? I'm basically just following it through to get what I want, and then I'll get rid of all the crap. There's a lot of like probes and testing stuff here. Nearly all these previews are going to go. Invert mask and extend canvas once and test it. May let your imagination cook other stuff later. Yeah, we'll do that at the end. Okay, there it is. It's now in the correct res. So, if I just get all of these out of the way. Get rid of that, get rid of that. So that's a preview of that. And then there is a mask preview there as well, right? So that basically gives you the ability to shrink so you can change exactly where it is. So look, it's always in the middle, right? So if I want it to be in the corner or something, I just got to pad this side and this side more than this side to make the new shape. Obviously I've respected 16:9 by doing even all the way around, but you can do cropping, nothing to stop it. And then in that way we can change where it's going. Preview mask is there. I've never seen that one. Preview mask. Mask preview. It's in essentials. Yeah, because it's not a comfy core, I often don't use things, but nice spot. Nice spot. You can do it like this. There we go. So because we're going to be doing overlay, we need to make sure that when we pad it, we've got a solution that gives us the new mask. Now, as it happens, we're not going to get it from here. It's funny though, I didn't actually give him the mask. Anyway, never mind, doesn't matter. what we're using it for is the padding of the top layer. And then what we'll do is get one of the images. So where's the background image? Let's bring this. Oh, is it pinned? I pinned it. So if we get this is the background image coming in here, yeah? So if I put that there, you know where it came from. It's going into the background, but I want that to drive my get size. So I know that no matter what I do to the top layer, yeah, no matter what I do to the top layer, it's always going to be resizing the product to match. Okay, we don't need this anymore. We don't actually need these either because we're going to shunt them across to the business. So let's get them out of the way. So I actually think if I put that there, it's cleaner. Put it there like that, and then these are going to get a new home. So I don't need that one, but I do need that one for the mask. There we go. Right, cool. So it's resized, yeah? All that just to resize it automatically to the background size, but have an ability to, because it'll be automatic. I'm going to say here fill crop, and then that means no matter what you do here, it will always match when you come to layer it up. Or that's the hopes and dreams of many men. So let me just see that there. Yes. Now, as you might imagine, this is what we're going to be saving. So I'm going to push that way out to about there. And then, yeah, you guessed it. Let's just tidy this up a bit. Okay, and I'm going to keep these two here. And now we get to actually put the true layer image. Okay. Right, cue that. Ooh. Is that Flux model finished yet? God damn. It wasn't available on the website, apparently. Lies. I swear I already have Flux Dev. Stop. No, stop. It's downloading. I always do save link as and then put it actually in the drive, yeah, so I don't have to spend half an hour copying the damn thing. But then it downloads slow. It's diabolical. It's diabolical. You just can't get around it. Let's see. I can go into any of them. They've all got the same models folder anyway. But yeah, what I'm trying to do is get set up for this merge stuff. I have got Schnell now, but I need Flux Dev to show you something. Put the thing on the thing. Now that should definitely be a t-shirt, Furnicar. Put the thing on the thing. It's still almost too much words though, you know? It's kind of hard to fit the letters on the shirt. Okay. So after all that... Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, it doesn't matter now, does it? Has something gone wrong here? No? Oh, it's just thinking about it. I should probably queue that as well. I should have just queued the job proper, shouldn't I? It's not like it's going to change. I think the edge could be shrunk a bit as well, so we'll think about adding those nodes too. Ooh, what the heck? Okay, this is what I was afraid of. That doesn't match at all. That does not match. How come the mask didn't? Look at that. Wait. Oh! It was just me being a dummy, don't worry. I forgot to rehook it up. That's all that happened there. Oops. Okay, so run the workflow. So then, shrink. Okay, and ring paint. Where is it? Ring. Oh, I forgot to type the G. There's a G in ring paint. Wait, what? It's not here? What's going on here? Be me. Discover my nodes are missing. Give me a sec. Something has to be done about this. So if I go into my nodes and I search for ring pattern, retro, what? What? Hang on a minute. Something's gone horribly wrong. Something's gone horribly wrong with DJZ dash nodes. Come on, boys. I wonder what happened. Ring. Ring. Video ring painter. All right. Do you know what? Maybe I'm just overreacting and I didn't type video first. Okay, I'm overreacting. All right, but it's not really a video. I hope it can work with just one image. I think it can. See, I made this for video, really. Maybe I need to make an image ring painter node. Anyway. So it goes like this. We have this setup right here, okay? So let's just do some stuff here. Because it's like, you know, often when you get to this point, it's like, is the job done? You know what I mean? And yeah, I guess it is. But could it be better? Yeah, of course. Of course it could. Of course it could. We haven't even done any, like, in-painting to the end point yet, so... Right, so, oh, do you know what I should have done? Do that again. Boop and a boop, and they're already hooked in. That's what I wanted. Because then what I can do is I can go... Oh, whoops, no. Yes. Just use the defaults first. Why would I invert it? I don't think I'm going to invert it. Seems like a strange thing to do. I think I have to uninvert it. Man, that's taking forever. Why is it so slow? We're just doing a Photoshop operation here. This isn't like... I'm just going to start setting up the next thing while it has a like little crisis. So anyway, with the ring painter, you get the layer image and you put that on top, you get the mask, you put that there, and then you just pass it through like that. Now again, this is meant to be a video tool, so it might throw an error when I try to do one image with it, but it might be like, oh, you're supposed to be making a video, but I might get away with it, so. What? That took forever, and it was crap. Yeah, it's inverted. It's actually not bad though. Oh, do you know what? Yeah, it's quite artistic actually. Huh? Because that's actually the background of the airship with the cutout of the thing. What I would do is I'd actually put that into image to image now and have it out painted and fix. You're going to get more artistic composition. But that's not my intention here. So we've undone that and we're going to run it again. And it's fast this time. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Let's cue that one as well and see if it works. I might get away with it because technically a batch of one still is a batch. You know, like a batch of one image. Oh look, we've got our... We've got it. Okay. So the next thing to do is to do... 256 and 512, and then do 64. So change the numbers. Now I'm sure there's like a drag and drop thing you can get to just move stuff around, but I haven't got that custom node installed right now. Is someone knocking on my door? Or are they knocking on somebody else's door? My door's open. Ah, hello. All right, give me a second. I'm muting the microphone. My brother and his family are here. 2 secs. I think it's coffee time. We're back. So that was like a kawaii explosion. That would be my... Let's see, how old is she? I think she's 4 or 5 now. That would be my Japanese niece and my brother's wife. And they came round to give me 24 cans of Pepsi Max because they didn't see me since my birthday. Her birthday is the same day. She has the same birthday as me. Fun fact. So yeah, they came round and I just showed them what we're doing, what we're working on, you know, and the coffee time was interesting. But yeah, it's like Miku Miku, yeah. So they know what this is, you know. In the land of the dancing AI girls, Japan's pretty ahead. They're pretty ahead, I think. You know, they didn't need AI. They already had it. They already had these. They already had all that. They were drawing it by hand. Okay, that's dedication. That's real dedication. None of this generates stuff. Where's the commitment? Where's the guts? Oh, anyway. So, as I was saying, I want to explain what this ring painting thing actually does, because a lot of people don't really understand what the hell it is, okay? It's a dilation of the mask, okay? So if we take a look here, what you can see is you can see that by... And remember, you can do more extreme, all right? You can do more extreme. Like, I could just add more, right? I could just add... I could adjust it. I could say, oh, 512. 512 and 00. I'm just trying to show you, okay? So... Obviously, what that means is it's going to pad in from the corners. It's very simple to set up, right? This is a very simple way to do it. Okay. Maybe it was a bait and switch. They invented anime to force AI to get made. There you go. It's like anime exists so that AI gets made. How about that? Anybody else saying that? There's a wild one for you. It's like trying to go back in time and affect the past. You create the same future. Okay. So we should see it shrink up into the top left corner. And like I said, the more you pad like this, if I said 768, it's going to chuck it up in the corner. Now, you risk cutting it off. So that's why I always leave a little bit, just a little bit, like 16 off the top. You know, maybe 16 off the side. But you can shrink it just by adding more. Just by adding more. This is the easiest way I know of to move the layer around without doing offset stuff. Okay? Because you're actually just filling in the image and then doing the RemBG again on the new shape. So I just showed you that's going to cut off the top. So obviously what we're going to do is we're going to alter it. And this will make it even smaller. But the point is, it's exactly the same ship. Yeah? Because it's the same image. We haven't generated another one. We've used the same one. Right? It's still figuring it out, guys. It does take a while. I don't know why. I think it's actually this side of things that's taking forever. Torch script disabled. I suppose I could turn that on. I mean, it's not that long. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna have to add more padding to the top. But you see what I'm trying to say here? Like, let's say we add 64 to the top, because I've got quite a big... Is it anywhere near the end? It's nowhere near the end. It's because it's cropping at the 16:9 aspect ratio. That's what's happening here. Let's put it on JIT. It'll be slow on the first run and then it'll speed up. Get this one again. In fact, we'll just do a queue on this one now. So, right. So let's talk about what the hell else. Because, yeah, you can move it around. Okay, you get that. We can get it around, we get it into exactly the right position that we want it to be, and we can affect the scale as well by adding more padding, because it'll obviously shrink it down. Okay? Okay. But I'm not happy with the edges of things. I think the edge... Well, actually, this is quite a good one. But sometimes the RenBG will come out with this edge, and it's usually 1 or 2 pixels. It's quite noticeable, so you've got 2 ways to solve that. Number 1 is edge mask, edge shrink. I'm going to shrink it by 4 and 1 with 6 softening, and then you see no edge. Does it look a little bit transparent though? It does look a little bit like that's cutting through it, which isn't great. So that's not brilliant, but anyway. Ring painting. So what this does is it creates a mask which is a dilated edge so that you can re-prompt just that bit. Okay, so sometimes when you're doing overlay, the edges just don't match, doesn't look good, okay? And so what we do is we give it the chance to in-paint just the edge. And obviously you can pick how thick that stroke is. The idea is to get rid of the ghosting that's around the image. Okay? So that, you know, these would get fed into an in-painting tool now. That's what happens next on this one. If you notice, we haven't actually done any AI for a while. The AI stuff was all here. And then we've been doing like sort of post-processing, I guess you could say, yeah? Oh my god, the JIT steps slow. He says, avoid more than one queue selected node to prevent unloading models. If that didn't work, go back to run button only. Okay, I see what you're saying. Run node only. Yeah, I do a lot of run node only just to get this. Okay, it's done. It's done. So that's much better. Look at that. We've got a nice edge this time. But, again, the edge is quite visible there. You see what I mean? So let's see what this one's done. He's made him... Look, he's made it too transparent on the edges, actually. When we've done shrink, I think it's too much. Shrink level 1 with soft 3. Edge reserve. No. I think this might be silly defaults. Edge shrink 1. I think it's because it's got funny settings that I'm not used to. So I'm not going to call foul. Much better. That's much better. Okay, so there we go. What I did was I made the settings of the shrink a little bit more sane, and that's sorted that out. So now we go edge shrink 2 and Q again. I'm looking at this edge here in particular. Come on. I'm waiting. Did it take 14 seconds to shrink the mask edge? Oof. I don't think it even made any difference. Let's try it again. Do you know what? I just don't think that it's the way. I don't think it's the way. I think it's this. If we go for 3, and remember, this is just being colored. So right now I'm using the preview, you know what I mean? That's why you're getting this, but actually, in fact, let's get rid of this, because it takes forever. And it's just not very good. Oh, I just pressed the Windows button. Don't do that. Snake. There we go. So from here, if we go preview and ring mask being... No. No. See, the thing is, this is specifically a thing for painting the edges. So you don't use this mask, you know, it's this mask. In fact, let's just make this a little bit more accurate for how it gets used, okay? Because this is confusing as hell. Sometimes I think... This is why I'm trying to build it all together for you guys right now. So if I go from the layer mask... sorry, from the image here. Yeah. So I want to go image here. Oh, hang on a minute. Take this out. Put that there. So it's just the ring painter. And it's this image. Yeah. It's this image with that mask. But that mask... Yeah, that mask is up there. So that... You see what I mean? The big challenge is when you move stuff around, you can't just move the mask around. And well, I'm sure people who are really experienced will be fine. But like I said, we try to bridge that gap here. Yeah, let's go about there-ish. So remember, the red line is purely so that you can see what's going on. In fact, let's use that mask preview thing again. It's pretty quick, pretty sweet. Okay. And then the idea is that you actually take this image and... No, not this image. You take this mask and the output image and you send them into an in-painting stage. Right? That's the modus operandi. And when you do that, it will eliminate the ghost. Sometimes there's a ghost left behind and it will eliminate the ghost. It's actually developed for video so that the edges match. So it, like, often it'll put like reflections and lighting and stuff from around the scene. It'll do stuff like that. Or it'll get rid of edges that shouldn't be in that, you know what I mean? Say there's like a bit of the edge of where they were. That'll get like put into what the rest is. So it's like an in-painting thing, but it's like a rubber band, like I said. So I called it ring painting because it's a ring that goes around the layer, and then that is the thing that you paint. You know, that's, you see what I mean? I mean, at the moment the edge is pretty good. I'm not going to lie, this edge is actually pretty good. Okay, it's not bad. But look, there's an example. Look, see the white? There's a white bit around it. Okay, and so by adjusting this, it's quite extreme right now, but by turning that down, so not the stroke blur, I should have turned the actual ring width down to like 8. So it's 8 by 8. There you go, look. And so you think like it's only allowed to denoise and redraw just that bit? You see what I mean? It's like it's like the smallest amount of in-painting, and it'll take it from the background, not from the foreground. You see what I mean? So the prompt that you would use would be it would be the one that is doing the background. Okay. Have we downloaded Flux yet? God damn it, 6 minutes. What the hell? I feel like it's been going for an hour and a half. Anyway, it's my fault for deleting them in the first place. I had them ages ago. I got rid of them in favor of the quantized stuff. Save space. Okay. So what have we done? What we've done is we've made a Flux Lora pipeline, but the difference is that we're merging both concepts, okay? That we're not running one Lora on one and one Lora on the other. We're running both Loras on both sides to make two separate things, and then we're combining them ourselves with post-processing, yeah? Now, it is possible to do outpainting on the background, make the background taller, you know, so change the you can do all of that stuff, but I'm not trying to make it too complicated. I'm hoping that if I show like little bits, you can like adapt those little bits to make whatever it is you need to make. Now, I appreciate the actual Flux work, the in-painting workflow itself. It doesn't always make that much sense, but it runs off of the same back end. So what do I mean when I say that? Well, you're not going to need this switch for a start. You're not going to need the aspect size, because in-painting generally is an image-to-image style, right? So that means you're going to need a VAE encode, okay, first of all. You probably don't need a resizer because it should already be the right size, okay? That's one thing you don't need to worry about too much. And then obviously you're going to pass the mask. So, okay, so VAE encode for in-painting. There it is. Okay, so if I just like prep it, so hook up the VAE. Whoa, why can't I allow what? Not what? I can do it that way. It's okay. So let's bring this over. Oh, I pinned it by accident, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay. So if I bring this guy over here, and it's looking like that. So yeah, okay. Let's bring it up. Wow. Okay. So it's going to be this image, and then the mask is going to be this mask. So we can take that up there. Like that. Now, do I need to grow the mask? No, I've got control of the mask here. So if I want to grow it, I can do that, but I've already put it there, yeah? Okay. It's just two places to do the same thing, I think, so. Okay, cool. So from there, we have a latent, all right? Now we have a latent. So we probably want to pass the prompt along here as well, so let's get a reroute. What the hell? Yeah. And make another reroute. Hang on. Oh yeah, of course. We haven't got anything else up there yet. Right. Cool. Get rid of that. There we go. And don't need that no more. So yeah, we can just copy this. What the? I didn't want to paste it so fast. Give me a minute. There we go. Into the text box. And this would be in paint. Now obviously we might have to do a little bit of jiggery pokery, but essentially we hook that up like that. So that can just go right there. Okay. Got our denoise value right there. Model sampling Flux needs to be hooked up, so we'll make another doobly-doo. So we're going to come off of the... Do we want to in-paint with our Lora? I say yes. Now we might have to do more jiggery-pokery here, because technically we're not using an in-painting model right now. There are... This is one of the things I wanted to show you, but the models are taking so long to bloody download. The creation of in-painting models is not... Well, I suppose it is black magic, but it's not that hard to learn. I've already done tutorials on it. Now then, width and height. See? And we already did get width and height from one of the images and then passed it. So what happened to that one? There it is. But instead of dragging loads of wires everywhere, I'll just do it again. Do you know what I mean? I'll just do it again. You say reroute. Reroutes are so good. I can just move that to there, and then I can put it in there. I can put it in here. Okay. And then we can hook that up. There we go. We've got our height in place. There's the inputs for the group. Do that, and it's attached. Overlay group. Cool. It's a little bit ugly over here, but there's not much I can do about it. It's just a bit of a weird... It's just a bit weird and misshapen. I'm just looking at it like I like to organise things so they're easy to read left to right. But this is a mess. Like, I don't know. There's just no real way to make it clean. It's all jiggery-pokery. It's fine. Anyway, right. So, okay, so we get all the way up here. And we're missing a save image. In it goes! Come on. Yes. Yes. There. What's it look like? Oh, I didn't put differential diffusion in. Whoopsie. Yo. So that's my bad. It's probably not going to work. Oh, good. I forgot to hook up loads of stuff. Okay. Noise, VAE, project name. Ah, you know when I copy pasted this, didn't press shift and why don't I use get and set nodes? Because when I distribute workflows with get and set nodes, there's 3 get and set node things, and if you get the wrong one, it breaks, and then if they do an update and break it, it breaks, and people don't know how to debug them, so they can't build on it. So I give out lines only workflows, because anybody can understand, like, oh, I can see the line attaches from here to here, whereas with get and set, if you have a problem and you can't load the get and set stuff, if your import fails, none of your workflows work now. So I'm just going to stick... Listen, I'm not against it, because I did used to use get and set a lot. But then when I had like an avalanche of support from people, when I do it this way, nobody asks, because it just works. So that's the answer to your question. There are some workflows which need a get and set to automate, right? So you have to be able to do that to get, you know? So advanced workflows require it. However, I find that people use it for like, I'm just going to send everything with get and set. And it kind of is fun to do. I've done that as well. You can find some workflows where I've made all-in-ones. But yeah, I sacrificed the convenience for clarity so that everybody can follow what I'm doing. It's not like, oh, I've just got to go and find that other thing. Do you know? I'm not quite at the point of putting push button bookmarks so you can literally go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and see how everything... I'm getting close to that though, guys. I'm not going to lie. So the quickest way to actually fix this isn't to hook it up. It's to copy it again. But this time copy it right. And then transfer as what I've done across. Okay. So that means this one goes in there, and this one goes in there, and this one goes up here. And then these two come out. That goes in there. The differential diffusion goes, I think. I'm just trying to remember, did the diffusion go before this or after that? I think it went before that. We'll find out, won't we? But that's, with the in-painting, this is like mega. Gotta have that. What did I just attach to? Lol. Oh yeah, and then get image size. Get image size. Oh yeah, I had a great time making new tunes last night. Got new headphones today. And I'm going to have an absolute... Well, oh wait, no I'm not. I'm going to Heathrow tomorrow early. I got to sleep. But yeah, I got loads of tunes. I made like a mad short list of beats. That's why I didn't have my headphones here for a couple of days, because I was kind of like trying to get into the zone on the music tip. Now, is there anything else? Ah, yeah, of course. This guy. This guy. Like that. Now, wait a minute. VAE and a mask. Yeah, that's okay. There's not much I can do about that. And then I think that's everything. So now what I can do is just gut this and slide him in. There it is. Yes. Okay, it's looking lovely. Let's see what happens when we try to break it. It's probably not quite there yet. But it will at least do what I want it to do. Maybe. So it should be same seed, same model. Yeah, same seed, same model, same prompt as the background, and then using the ring paint mask to in-paint with differential diffusion. Oh my god! And, I'm looking at the clock. It's like we got like half hour. We're going to be going into overtime, aren't we? Oh, this is where it comes out like horrible. Like, no. Oh, wait. Okay. Look at what it did. Is my denoise too high? Yes. Yes. Yes, your denoise is 1.0, genius. Don't do that. Okay, so let's try 0.5 and run it. Okay, so what I'm doing here is edge refining. That's what we're doing. What we did was we put it to 1.0. And so it's cooked the edge rather than drawn a new edge. It's cooked it. Look, see what happened? You remember there was like a little antenna coming up here? Well, look, it's gotten rid of it. But it went too far. Yeah? And now the edge has like weird artifacts. Now it looks like looks glitched. Oh, here we go. It's nearly finished. Okay, so we reduced the denoise. Still not great. Still too much. Still too much. So keep turning down the denoise. I'm going to go for 0.25 next. And the thing is, once you get it to the point where the settings are good, you can just run a video through it. You can have a video that flies from one side of the screen to the other, and you could have a video of a city with billowing clouds, and then you just go one over the other. And the ring paint, what it'll do is it will try to make the edges actually be, you know, consistent with the background. That's the whole goal. Oh my god, what is it doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's not even the right colour. He's just making it worse. Right. 0.1. So that would be my upscaling setting for 1.5. 1 and 1. The shift was too high. The guidance is too high. Everything is too high. See, that's the other thing. A lot of the time, you're just there playing around, getting the best combination. But we've talked about this. Sampler garden, scheduler garden. Just make every single one in different values and just see which one works best for your project. Look at this. This is nasty. Something tells me it's ignoring my mask, because that's not actually the shape of the mask. Or is it? Is it? No, it's not. Maybe it's because you do have to grow mask. I'm just going to check. But yeah, this works a treat on video, so it's very strange that it's giving me grief. Maybe I do need to make the stroke bigger, after all. It was 20 by default. 12 and 6, maybe. This was working earlier. Oh, yeah. It's one of those, here's one I made earlier, but I've probably fluffed one of the settings. Let me just check. I can find out because I've got it somewhere. See, we were supposed to talk about Flux merging. Oh, 1 minute. See, I'm being gaslit big time on times today. I don't know why. It's like slow internet today. I want to go to the photo flux and then I want to go into the in painting and just get, look there, ring painting. Let's have a look and see what I did differently. Obviously it'll be a video, but that's not the part that's important. I need the business end. Haha, easy show anything. I do like show anything for debugging because you can just put anything into it. Look. Show me the count. Right, so where are we? Combine foreground and background. Hey, I've already done this for video. Anyway, should have just used this and just had one, just put an image loader at the start. Stroke. Right, so where are we? Simple 12.75. 1 on the noise seed. 3.5. Gaussian blur. Wait. Mask stroke. Oi, what was that? Where'd that come from? What was that? So mask stroke. Blur mask. And then, you see? You see how easy it is? Where's this? I don't even have this. Yeah? In-paint model conditioning that goes into the sampler. See, I've missed a step. You see? Because it's been a while. I think this replaces the VAE. Right, let me take that. Let me take that. Because that is key. That is key. Where's the thing I was working on, guys? You've got to be joking. Comfy! You've got to be joking. What? No. Wait. Did Comfy just nuke what we've been working on all that time? And now Comfy's dead. What happened? Look at that. So this isn't it. Checking the tabs, look. So what it was when I opened it up. There, finally, thank God. Oh my God. That had me worried there, because the thing is I didn't actually save it yet. And it's currently saved as WAN video, which isn't what this is. So we're just going to say Flux composite demo. But it's obviously more than that, but yeah, whatever. My God, man. I was actually like, because I would have to go and find the images and drag it in that way. I don't like this new tab thing is kind of annoying. If this gets refreshed for some reason, everything gets lost. I'm not a big fan. Maybe it'll get better, you know? Okay, so this is the video one. So what I need to do is I need to take this. That's really interesting. So I'm going to be swapping back and forth here, I think. Blur the mask. Okay. Oh yeah, so I just did that when actually I needed to do two things. I needed to get the mask itself, and I needed to put that into a Gaussian blur for one. I forgot about that. And then number two, we don't do VAE encode for in-painting. Probably because I don't actually have a in-paint model loaded right now, which would make more sense if these models hadn't taken all night to download. But I will make a start on that, okay? Let's just get this finished. So if we put the pixels into pixels and we put the VAE into VAE, and then what did I do about this? I think we just put that there. Let me just double check what's going on with this one, because there's not two. There's one. There's only one. So we just make an empty one. Okay. Okay. Just make an empty one and then don't hook it up to anything. It's fine. It's fine. So we make a thing. We put that in there. Whoa. That's weird. Okay. I put that in the negative. If I put that, that's the positive, and then positive comes out there in there. Get rid of this. Put the latent from that in there. Get rid of that. Much better. Noise mask, true. Yes. And actually 3.5. Obviously that should be red. Okay. So I think we've hooked everything up now. We've got the Gaussian mask on the ring. We've got the actual in-paint conditioning set up. Let me just check my differential diffusion thing is in the right place, because I remember I was like not entirely sure. We put it before the basic guider, but we don't use it on the scheduler. Okay. Okay. It doesn't go into the scheduler, so he gets his own hookup. But it does go into model sampling Flux, which goes into... Oh, wait, but does it, though? See? I'm not sure it does. I think my model sampling Flux was somewhere slightly different on the other workflow. Yeah, look. I just did Flux guidance. So there is no model sampling Flux here. That's interesting. There's no boost. We're just using that. It's pretty boring. Normally aspirated. So if I have my differential diffusion, he goes into the guider, only into the guider. Okay. Just in case I don't want to, like, you know, break stuff which I already fixed in the past, so I'm just going to reorder it like that, so it matches what I already had. Yeah. I think I'm happy with that now. It's, yeah. Alright, well that might explain why it was garbage. Let's try it again. Claude is infected comfy. He's after more tokens. He said, think you have the airship prompt feeding in, not the back. Good point. Let's check that. Let's check that. That's a good point. So we've got this as the text box. That is the text. So follow that line back. There's that. Take it down. You're right. Bonus points to Apollonia for the eagle eye spot. Well done. Yeah, you're right. I've been feeding the airship prompt into it, which is why it's trying to make the airship more airshippy. You know? That makes so much sense. All right, let's run it again. Thank you for that. I didn't even notice. Don't seem to have done anything there. Oh, the denoise is too low now. 0.75, because of course it was broken, so it was acting strange. Is it gonna change? No. Try it again. And like I said, this is a finesse point. You could just put it out like this if you wanted. There. Oh, but now it, look. See, look at the edge. The edge is perfectly blended in, but it deleted the gun. It deleted the gun off the ship. But it has blended the edge in perfectly. Look, there we go. Right, now we've got it working properly. It's working. It'll look way more natural. Okay, it'll look way more natural, like you're a Photoshop Pro. Okay, let me just adjust this. It's all about getting this denoise right. We go down to 0.5. It might be like 0.6 or 0.4. Because if it's too high, it can change the edge. If it's too low, it won't do anything. Just have to find the Goldilocks zone. So we should see this structure reappear. Oh, it's back, but look, see? It's still being painted away. That's all right, though. Like I said, we have the Gaussian blur control for the mask there. Where's the other mask? Then there's the other mask. Remember, I pumped it up, didn't I? Let's go down to 8 and 3. Might even go down to 6. Because basically, like, the thinnest bits of the ship are getting over blurred, I guess you might say, or whatever. I want to point out the pool in the background does not scale well with the ship. That could be a lake. The person doesn't scale well with my lake. See, I thought these towers, there's people in those towers. So that's like a statue or something that's like 100 meters tall. That's like the Statue of Liberty, you know? Oh, it's put sky behind it. We are getting close now, though. I reckon if I just do a different seed. Wait, where's the seed for this thing? Okay, so what we want to do is break that and go for give it its own. So I'm going to go with 1 on fixed. Sheesh! Welcome, welcome. Glad you could join us. So what we did is we had a floating city type thing. We had an airship type thing. These are both from my fine-tuned Loras. We then did automated composition control. Okay. And then we have done refinements. Now, is that the result of seed 2? Yes, it is. So, I think 10, 4, and actually, let's just not do that for a second and see what the impact is. Go. And now, the thing is, guys, if we get this set up nice, right, there's something cool that we can do. Now, it won't have a 100% hit rate. And to be honest, we could probably turn this off. But I'm just going to see, because I wanted to get this working nice. It's still not quite right. Oh, wait, no, actually, no. It's still too powerful. Still too powerful. 0.4. Try this one again. It does, it's, the thing is, right, it's blending in. It is blending in, but it's making destructive changes to the design. That's sharper. But it's kind of messing things up a bit here. That's the mask right now, yeah? See, what does that look like when you do this to it? Just makes it blurry, yeah. Doesn't that mean... Let's try it. See, you get to a point where... yeah, I don't want to go... And there's all kinds of stuff you can do as well, like, here. Oh! You even saw the whole thing change then when it changed. Yeah, it looks way better. The edge is much better. It doesn't have a white outline all the way around it. It does change things occasionally. It does make some mistakes. But again, I think that the upscaler will fix that. Okay, so, right. Now, remember how we did it? Let's see. We did it with this, right? So, for example, if I was to take this... Yeah. If I was to take this and make another one there, and another one there, and then obviously we're going to need a couple of these as well, at least. We're going to at least two. Okay. Perfect. Right. So it's all the same right now. There's a reason for that. But it's running off of an LLM. Not an LLM. It's running off of 2 Loras. So that means that these 2 images aren't just things we loaded in. They're things we generated with all of the other stuff and the billions of potential blah-de-blah. Okay? We've currently got the seeds locked and everything, right? So we've got lots of options here. We can obviously keep the prompts the same, and we can just change the seed. We can obviously do prompt swapping, because we've got the seed locked, so we can swap out words, do prompt editing, okay, to get, you know, to get even more out of this. But then we can also change the actual prompts. So what I'm doing over this side is I'm changing the composition. So that's quite simple. I'm going to keep a minimum of 64. So let's say I want the thing to be in the bottom left corner. You see? Right, I want it to be in the bottom left. So actually, let's go, 64 and 64. So I want it in the bottom left. I'm pushing it. Yeah? No, wait. Is this bottom right? That's bottom right. Fine, bottom right. And then for this one, what I want to do... Wait. Yeah. For this one, what I want to do is I want to make it top right. So right now, this is set to top. So hardly any padding at the top. So I'm going to swap these round. 768. Now, this isn't going to be very effective, but I just want to show you, you know, like the option, right? So... So it's going to do all of the business, and then here's the blend. Here's the blend. So what I would probably do is flip it here. Flip it on X. Okay. And what that should do is it should, you know, give you another alternate angle. So again, if it's got text, obviously the text is going to turn around, right? Which isn't great, you know, if that actually is something. But not every image has text like that, okay? But, you know, what I'm trying to show you is, you know, we can get all these different compositions with the same location, same ship, right? And you may have already known this. A lot of the time, you guys are pretty good, you know, so you already actually knew all of this stuff. But I do this a lot of the time for the benefit of everybody. So let's just throw this in there. Now, where's the mask coming from? Is there even a mask? I swear there is. I know there is. There it is. Where's that mask coming from? It's coming from... Okay. So let's just reroute that. Reroute that. And then reroute this. See, one day you guys are going to be like, oh, we know all your tricks, Johnson. Okay. But I still got plenty more in storage for you guys, don't you worry. Okay. So we're going to do alternate composition and then fix with the in-paint. Okay. So even if it doesn't match, it'll make it match. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the seed lock. There we go, look at that. We've got a ship, we've got a ship, we've got a ship up top. We've got a ship down bottom. We've got a ship going away. Could have put it in the middle, you know what I mean? Could have put it in the middle instead, I guess. Maybe we'll do that. We've already got one in the top. So, what would you say? I don't know, like 256 and 256. And then actually do... Wait, did I just do 3? Whoops. 256, 256. And then we'll say... Actually, just do 256 all... No. And then do 256 all the way round. But then do left 64. So he's like... It's like a C shape around him that pushes him small and to the left edge. Oh my gosh, my brother's back. Or he's going, I don't know. I can never tell. One of the two. It's 10 o'clock, he's probably going home. Wait, did I just do the wrong one? No, I didn't. I did the right one. So we're going to cue that one and that will update it. So yeah, let's have a look. So we've got our thing in the top left. And then we've got our thing in the bottom right. And then we've got our thing in the top left. I bet you guys thought we were done, didn't you? We're going into overtime. But the first thing I got to do... Oh, wait, no. No more coffee time. No more coffee time. Alert. I got no more coffee time. Because I got to go to Heathrow at 6 a.m. tomorrow. That's an important thing not to forget. Okay, so first of all, no. That's not right. That's not right at all. Hold on. It's in the middle, but there's no padding on the right, so it must have cropped. I think it's because the crop is so uneven. Let's go 512. And let it figure that one out. Let me just do a mask preview here to see, or a preview, to see where it's going to put the image quick. Nah, see, it's on the wrong side of the screen. I wanted it to be on that side of the screen. So I've got this the wrong way around. So 512. 64. I'm just using simple numbers, by the way. They don't have to be the numbers I'm using or anything. It can be whatever you want. It's whatever it needs to be. Hopefully it's going to be an in and out extraction mission, so I'm not really too bothered. I've done it before. I'll do it again. Do you know what? Do you know what? We're doing it. This'll make him squirm. Here we go. Check this out. So I've just gone 256, 256, 768. Might even cut the nose off. We'll see. Oh no, it just got smaller. Well, actually, that's okay. So do you know what? 768, 768. I'm just gonna put them all to 768 except for that. So it's like literally like. So basically, he's surrounded by black void. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's got black round him all the way everywhere. But of course, because it changed the aspect ratio of the image. Do you know what? If I had a preview here. See, I don't like having lots of previews, guys, because it's just a waste. You know what I mean? You waste the time, waste the compute. You don't, you know, once you know what comes out, you don't need to know. But for the purposes of teaching, I will put this up. So it's like this. It'll make a huge amount around the image. Now, I actually have got one called Black Bars, which is actually better for production because it'll do it automatically. It'll set what you want, and then you put the image in, and it will make it that image by adding black bars to the outside. It doesn't care what size the image is. You see what I mean? All it cares about is padding with black bars. I have another version which does cropping with black bars. Do you know what? I might change the name so it says like black bars crop. So the black bars V2 is a crop. This one is a pad. So here, if I just run this down here, put that there. But it doesn't give you the complete control. They use presets. My version is presets, which is why I'm doing it like this. Look at this, see what I mean? Look. Oh, that's why it's flipped. I forgot. This one has a flip X, doesn't it? So of course it's the other way around. So I was there going, why won't it go to the... So you see what's happening? We're adding top 768, bottom 768. We're adding left 768. And we're adding right 64. Yeah, so it's padding it. But then, of course, we selected 16 to 9 with the resize. Because it has to match the background, which is 16 to 9. So that means it doesn't matter if you add loads of stuff. It's still going to be out there-ish. Yeah? Hello, Christopher. Welcome, welcome. Glad you could make it. So we're just doing a little bit of the finer points of padding, in painting, cropping, all that kind of stuff, yeah? Composition, you know, better edges, all that kind of stuff. So if I start at the beginning, we have our Flux pipeline. We have two pre-trained Loras that have been merged at 0.6, but we're using the captions from Model A and the captions from Model B to create an airship in the sky and a floating city. Okay, now obviously if you put that over that, it's going to completely cover it. You can't even see it. So what we have is we have a post-processing composition control section where we scale and move things around by manipulating the padding around an image before putting it into remove background with RemBG. Yep. Let's get rid of V2 real quick. Let's do that one there. You see this, it'll do the same thing. But look, so target ratio auto. If I go anamorphic, see it's added black bars to the top and the bottom. But obviously that's actually got no background, so somehow that works. Okay. For a data set, no, we're doing something cool. So we're doing this. This is the stacking side of the. I mentioned Lora stacking, and what I'm doing is I'm showing something a little bit more interesting, something a little bit more tasty than your standard tutorial, where it's like this is how it works, and then no examples, right? So we're actually going through examples. So what we've done is we've got 3 different sets of composition, and then we've got three different in paintings with differential diffusion. So we're not using Flux fill, we're just using Schnell with differential diffusion and in paint model conditioning. Okay, and then we end up with this, and like I said, it makes the edge super nice. Okay, now the only thing I was just saying was when you move it to here, look nice, looks good. Okay, and then here we've flipped the image, and obviously you have to be aware that, you know, the writing will need to be sorted. You need to solve that. But so now we're at this point. I'm going to turn the seed lock off, and this is where we start to get fancy. So run, and while it's getting fancy, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna make it fancier. Fancier. Probably find out that what I want to do now has been so long since I've done it that it doesn't even work anymore. But that does happen. Oh my god, the gift of Pepsi Max. Give me a sec. I could get a sponsorship from Pepsi Max. I haven't got many teeth left. You know, maybe they can help me to dissolve what few teeth I have now. I'm joking, but yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, if anyone ever tells you that biting off beer bottle caps won't damage your teeth, they're right. But 40 years later, those teeth will fall out for no apparent reason. Coincidence? Okay. We're like, biting beer bottles open. Why would you do that? It was the 90s. I don't know. Where is it now? We're looking for Flux Nova, baby. Flux Nova video. That would work, but it's probably more complicated than it needs to be. So, folder, image, relight, basic. I'm going to go with that one. It might be the other one. Been a while since we've used this. Oh man, I need to use a different tab. Yeah, let's use this tab. Oh, yeah, so I don't actually need all of this, by the way. So don't worry. Don't actually need all of that. I only need the business. That looks like an upscaler. Yeah, that's all that's all the bottom stuff is an upscaler. What's this? Oh, really? Wait a minute, what? Why am I repeating a batch for 60? Hang on. What's going on here? Soft light, yeah. This is making a video. Crap. No wonder. Okay, right. Back. Let's get that one, maybe. Is there one here that isn't video? Did I must have been obsessed with video at the time. Right, let's drop this in. Yeah. It's probably all for like Flux and stuff. Flux animation detailer. Nova relight SD15. There, that's the bit. Is this video still? Bloody is as well. Right. So, wait for it. IC light conditioning. Okay, so this is the IC light stuff. So, you gurned your way through the 90s and 2000s. I know a few people like that. Falling teeth was invented before bottles anyway. Yeah, true. Regional prompting could be good, but different gradial circles for the spaceship. Interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, my plan is essentially to steal this and then adapt it to image. So what's this? Look, see, I'm even using a Flux IP adapter up here, and it's like, what are you doing? See, this was Flux, Lora, CNET IP adapter. You have depth, you have control, you have everything, and then they like kept reinventing the wheel for 6 months. I don't need any of this stuff. What I need is this bit. So this is the camera control. Oh, I know what to do. Go to the Nova pack itself and just take it from there. Just adapt it from scratch. Where is it? Nova. What? Nova relight's not in here? Did I just find a black hole in my stuff? Like, where to go? It might be that it was always Flux, and it's only ever been in the Flux pack. Because I do that. I do stuff like that sometimes. Okay. I could have sworn that I made this for SDXL back in the day. Let's check. Let's check my models, not random models. Crap. Everyone uses the word Nova. Oh well. Nobody else is using it for lighting. Ah well. Nova Relight. Wow. DJZ. Damn, this is cooked. Looks like it's always been part of Flux Pack. It's never had its own thing, apparently. I'm very suspicious. But I don't have time to look it up and call it out. Ooh. What's that? That looks cool. It's the new airship model. By the way, we've got AI written caption analysis now. So, like, every concept that's in this is now fully documented and written up. And I'm slowly doing that to a lot of them. So, yeah. We'll be making things more better. So, yeah, there's going to be DJZ airships, interiors, and airships cities, which is a bit like strange, but I guess, you know, it makes sense. Trying to make a thematic collection. You use them all at the same time in various different ways. But yeah, what I really wanted to do was show you. See, I really need this. I don't. Why is that there? That's just confusing. And this is all hilariously outdated, right? So this goes down here. It still works. Don't get me wrong. It still works, but it's just like I don't use this anymore. I put this together back in the day to like help people with the file organization. But some of it's broken now because of the way that Comfy changed. And like I said, I made this to replace it, so you just drag that in. You don't need to like chain 1,000 noodles. Anyway, I don't actually need the whole of this workflow. I only need this. Whoa! I only need this bit. Okay, let's just take the whole thing like that. I'm so glad copy paste works. If copy paste didn't work, I'd lose my mind. Where's the thing I was working on again? No. Yes. No. 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 Yes. Right. Let's work on it. Oh boy. Hey, how come nothing is oh crap. Right. Take a step back for a second. I need to do the install stuff. The nodes don't exist yet. Forgot. Adorb. Adorb. But it does mean we can look at the other thing in a minute, which is nice. So, missing, please. Animate diff evolved. What's that for? It's that what I need. I don't know what any of the other stuff. Man, there's just not enough time in the day. It's weird. I do like 3, often we do 3 to 4 hour streams every day. See, this is why I laugh whenever people say, oh, AI, it's slowing down, guys. It's slowing down. They've hit a wall. I'm like, no, they haven't. You want to see the amount of paperwork on my desk? There's no way. It just gets, the stacks keep on piling up, man. Like when I started doing the live streams this year, I was doing 6 hours a day, and I still have 6 hours a day, but I have to like finish X, Y, and Z for A, B, and C. And so as a result, less hours, and I'm full time. It's getting busier. I mean, it may be undulating, so it may be that next couple of weeks will slow down a bit, and then it will, that is normal. But literally, guys, March has been the busiest month ever. Like, take the rest of the year off. Type month. Take the rest of the year off type month. Quite frankly, I don't know how I found the time to do the show. But I think I kind of like juggling, guys. I think I actually work a little bit better when I'm juggling. I think when the pressure's off, you kind of sit back, and the temptation to take the pressure, it goes away. Okay, so ADE. All right, so we've got some additional stuff in here. But is that really needed? Yeah, it is. Do we have the models? Yeah, we do. So we're cooking on the gas. So I need ADE evolved sampling. What the hell is that? That wasn't even in the last update. Where's the ADE? No. Aha! Animated diff evolved. Of course. Dragon says the dataset creation methods using the infinite nodes, infinite U nodes. Yes, we were talking about it. Dude. Yes, and you're 100% right, Dragon. Infinite U is something I'm working on at the moment. But, okay, so here's the thing. If I work on something commercially for someone, it's a little bit tough to be like giving it away on the live stream the next day, isn't it? And so what I do is I don't work on anything I work on, but it can be adjacent to a point, yeah? Because it's uncouth, man. You can't be taking money to work on stuff and then just publishing it for free. That's just not cool, okay? In my opinion, I'd be cheesed if I was on the other end of that stick, right? But if I'm being honest, like the Infinite U thing, it's like literally slap on top of one of my big projects at the moment. And that and the distilled the diffusion self-distillation. Yeah, you can't be a tit about it. So, but you are right. We talked about it. See, I talked about it. Sometimes I can't just give it. I'll be like, this is interesting to experiment. But yeah, the idea of training coherent characters using IP adapter, this infinite U thing, all of that, because obviously it takes away all of that effort of having to do pullid or face swap and all that nonsense. So what you can do is you can use these infinite U tools, like I said, the self-distillation thing, even though that needs quantizing. You can do that, and you can end up building, the Lora that you're going to use for your coherent, consistent character. So yeah, you're 100% right, Dragon. I just hadn't showed it off because there's a bit of a conflict of interest there for me. But I've already done it though, you know what I mean? It's kind of like way back, we already did that, just with different tools. So Infinite U and nodes like it make it easier. Yo, Velocity, welcome. Furiously writing notes here in New York. Well, I'm glad to help, and do you know what? Soon I'm going to start highlighting stuff on the screen. I finally got my new tablet. I just haven't hooked it up. I need a telestrator to work smoothly with the stream. I think I've got one, but I want an open source one. If I build and post stuff in Discord, you have no issue. No, I don't have any issue. The Discord is there for the community to share stuff. You know, because like I said, yeah, no, I've got no problem with that at all, mate. Please do. Yeah. So, yeah. Let's restart. And hopefully we'll get this workflow back, because what I need to do is gut the important logic from this workflow and slap it into, because this is video for a start. This has been adapted for video. But let me just explain what I did here, because a lot of people will say to you, you can't use 1.5 ecosystem with Flux. They're wrong. They're wrong. There's no other way to say it. They're wrong. But you can't just plug it in. Okay? So they're right. It's not easy in that you can't just plug it in, right? But it's not actually hard either. The nodes are in comfy, okay? So I'll give you the example, right? It's very simple. So say you've got a 1.5 tool. It's great, but it works in 512x, yeah? So what you do is you shrink your images down to 512, do the thing, get the output, and then blow them up. When you can even take the exact dimensions from the source and make that the resize target, which is what we've done here. See? And do you know what I did as well? I used a static image. And I remember what I did now. So what we've done is we've relit a single image that's repeated 60 times to make 2 seconds. So you get one image, 2 seconds of video, lit. And potentially interpolated, okay? Because what we've done is we've taken whatever the size of the image was, we scale up the image map, and then, this is the trick, soft light. You remember? Think about it, all your blending layers? Because we're talking about a light map here, aren't we? We're talking about a light map. So you don't need the whole image that the 512 model made. All you need is the light blobs that move around. That's all you need. And so you slap them in, and that's how I made image to video with relighting before there even were video generators, because it's actually a static image or a video that you put in, and then it just does every page at 512. And like I said, you can see the resize. You can see the resize somewhere. So we start off at 1024 by 1024. And we take one row across to the end. So it doesn't even get changed. It's just literally the image, right? Repeat that image 60 times. Okay? Meanwhile, that image was used... downscale by, okay. So we downscale the image to the size I talked about. VAE encode batched. Throw that through IC Light. And then at the other end, you get the relight out the other end, like I say. You resize it to the target. So it's cheaper to make. So what I'm saying is, people say to you, oh, you can't use that because it's 512. But you might not need it like that. If you already have an image and you just want to relight it, all you need is the layer that goes on top, right? So that's what we're doing. That's what this is. That's what this does. So let's just pull this down here again and do what I was trying to do a minute ago. See, this is an upscaler as well, animation upscaler. You can find all of these in the Flux workflow packs. I think this is bicubic. Bicubic with a multiplier, probably 2. Oh, just 1 actually. It's in just 1. It might be denoise. Anyway, so let's just see. Do you know what? I think what I'll do is I'll take the whole thing, because I don't know what the... I don't know what the... I don't know exactly. So we'll do the top row first, basically. Oh my god. Oh my god. Right, so first things first, I'm going to take the executive... wait. No, I'm not. I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind. We're going to have one there. Hang on. We're going to have one there. We're going to have one there, and we're going to have one here. All right? I can't zoom out any further, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take this. And we're going to put that one in there. Put that one in there. Oh. Put that one in there. Right. Okay. And then... Oh my god. Put that there. Yeah, that works. Okay, cool. And then... it's like mega projects. Epic construction. Because we don't want to like be loading all these different... Do you know what I mean? What's the point? There's no point. It's the same models. Oh. See, it was Schnell anyway, right? So yeah, we don't need to do that. We don't need to load that six times. Just use the same thing everywhere, right? Come on, precision. I want to see some precision. Oh, I missed. Man, you need glasses for this one. Oh! I was 1 pixel off. Oh, right. There. Get rid of those. We don't need like 1 million switches. Okay, so we've got it all on the same pipeline. Next. Do you know what? I'm actually going to leave the upscaler in. Like, worst case scenario, I get cool video. So, it might be worth changing the, you know, this. It might be worth changing that. Did I already have like a preset somewhere of that? No. Okay, well, I know how to do it. So, if I just take this and put it here, I can say new. Oh, well, that's okay. That's pretty good. Because I just want to do something different for one of them. Do you know what I mean? Because so, oh, it says something underneath it. See, wait, what? That was weird. It's not letting me... It grays them out when you get there. Okay, so if I unplug it, maybe. What? I've not seen this happen before. So... Oh, it's because it's a mask. Right. It's chord string. I was dragging the wrong thing. That's my bad. Right. So I put that there. Delete the original. Put that there. Okay, note about the spline. If you're having trouble figuring out, you can put a background image and it will give you an overlay to kind of do the motion. But yeah. So yeah, like I said, oh, and I tell you what, if I change this one, so you can drag them around, guys, yeah? I don't want you to be like, oh, great, you reset it, but you didn't tell us how to do it. So I could do, like, something like this, maybe. Or, yeah. It's a spline, so it'll automatically smooth. If you want to get more points on the spline, yeah, what you do is you add them. So see here, it says points to sample. I said 60, and then that's how it matches up with the repeat 60. So obviously for this one, it says 60 there. So it's going to create 60 points along the curve, basically, to like, you know, what's the word? Automate? I don't even know if that's the right word. Anyway, we need to actually put an image into this thing, because right now it's using this. Oh wait, that's load and resize image. Oh, well that's kind of annoying. Can I just... Right, hang on, I'm going to see if I can cheat here a minute. So we take our image, put a reroute down, and drag it over. Now. Oh my god. It's it's ginormous. Okay, so... Can I plug it in like this? That would be cool, wouldn't it? The answer is no. Now, there's a lot of things which are requiring a width and height here. So I can't just delete this and just hook it up, you know what I mean? We have to take care of the resizing as well. So we're going to get an image resize. And we're going to go into the image resize. Out of the image resize into there. So then that's covered that. And then what I need to do is I need to say 1024 by 1024. All right. And then we're going to shift click the green dot and transfer them backwards. Let's move that around a bit. Is there anything else I need to be aware of? No. Keep proportion was true. So I guess keep proportion. Yeah, that seems good. And then obviously 64 to stop it from doing weird aspect ratios. Okay. So now we've got this section sorted. I got to do it for all of them. There's only 2 of them really, so that one's going to go in there. This is going to pull across. And 1024, 1024. We're going to shift click and drag the things. Nice and easy. And then we obviously need our image. So drag off, make a reroute. It's easier than dragging everywhere. Chuck that one in roughly the right place. And hook it up. Delete the original. And repeat. And then our bridge is complete. We can actually start cooking. It's like all this time. You ever been to a place they're like, you order food and they're like, cooking time. You're like, what do you mean cooking time? Well, this is what they mean. Get rid of that. And now we get our last one. Oh, reroute. See, I wanted to do merge stuff tonight, but it took literally 2 hours to download from Hugging Face. I'm not quite sure why that is. Certainly not my end. Maybe it was a busy night for them. So I was originally, by the way, going to make all of the Icy Light stuff fit in this gap here. Because I was going to carve out the video upscale stuff. But as it's literally turning our image into a 2-second video and then relighting it, I'm going to keep that. Oh no, what's happened here? It's all missing. I can fix that. We've been here before, guys. Remember I said, when it does this, don't don't go mad. Because what happened is we pasted it before refreshing the tab, so it didn't have those nodes. So don't go crazy like me. Just what we're going to do is we're just going to copy it again. I don't mind. I've already done all the work. Matter of fact, I might copy it from... Where is it? Come on. Copy it from, like... From there, maybe? See, what's this? Is this like prompt stuff now? Aspect stuff. So we're gonna have to chuck all that out. Okay. Typical. Just do the whole thing. Just do the whole thing. Do the whole thing. Right. So what did we actually want to keep? Well, we've hooked up a bunch of stuff that's better. So I'm going to do it like this. 1, 2. Oi. Oi, stop it. I'm trying to like put it all into a group. I didn't ask for that. This is annoying, but it's the only way to do it because it's so stupid and big. I don't want to lose what I've already done, so I'm just going to put that there. Oh my god, what? No, 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 no. No, don't you dare. Copy, copy, copy. Ah, oh, it's broken. Well, we had a good run. We had a good run. No, being serious though. I actually forgot to, yeah. In my haste. In my haste. I actually forgot to do it properly. I haven't refreshed the page, have I? It helps to refresh the page because it doesn't have the nodes. Yeah, look, none of them are there. Useless. All right, one at a time then. One at a time. At least I can just pull that one out whenever I need it now, though, huh? Okay, so first things first, let's bridge these. Oi, bridge these. There. And then cut off the old stuff. Because it's all duplicated anyway. Annoying. Really annoying. I should have noticed though, so it's my fault. Don't need that. Right. Annoying. But it's all there now, so yeah. Annoying. It is a very annoying. Where is that one there? That no, yep, that's the one. Put that in there, please. There. So that's one thing I did already done again. Okay. And then we obviously put the bridge in. Just get rid of it. I think that's done. Now I might have forgotten something, but the image is in, the model pipeline's hooked up, all the nodes are there. So yeah. It's good. We recovered. Now we've just got to do it 2 more times. Do you know what? I got an idea. Drag it somewhere. Just drag it anywhere. And then... Oh no! We've lost the thing now. Now it's copying the last thing. This is so bonkers. The copy paste in this is so bonkers. Wait, that time it copied... What? So it copied with all links that time. But I didn't press shift. So don't question it. take the win. So, yep. And this is going to go in there. Yep. There we go. Do you know what? That actually makes more sense. If I take that out. And he needs that though. Because I made a special one. Even though it looks like it's forgotten what it was. So, I don't know. We will get it. Oh, yes. So, actually, let's get rid of that now. Get rid of this one as well. Put a new one in. And then this one just had a reset. So, I'll just leave it like that, default. Cool. Get rid of that. Man, I can hear that buffing machine. That Miata's getting a proper polish. It's been getting polished for the whole show, by the way. That little Miata, he's been getting the ultimate wax treatment while we've been doing this. There's a black Miata that's got no paint left. I'm joking. He knows what he's doing. It used to be black. I'm going to go down there. It's going to blind me with the shining. You know, I'm like, oh, turn the lights off. I can't see. So I can see my soul in the reflection of this thing. Okay. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's got the Meguars out, so he means business. Okay, so we've not hooked up the middle section here. So this is quite interesting because we've got like a hybrid model set up on this workflow. It's using SD 1.5, IC Lite, and Flux Schnell. So yeah, it's probably going to be slow. It would definitely be fast if you didn't have 3 runs like I have. But you know, I didn't do it to be like everyone else, did I? So I did it to get the job done. I find that it working has very little to do with yeah, standardization. Right, let's go. Oh my god, it's ignored so much. So that means we've got missing. What are we missing? We're missing stuff here. Stop. What are we missing and why? Wait a minute. I just fixed this twice, damn it. Do you see what it's doing? I'm getting oh mate, I'm getting scammed. Oh man. I'm getting scammed by the copy paste. But I'm more persistent than your bugs are. So, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. Right. Okay, so this is already hooked up. It's already got the right thing. Alright. Right. Record time. It's like knowing what you need to do and then doing it without losing your mind. Okay, I've actually recovered. That's solved. I fixed it. Whew. My God, man. It's like nightmare, you know? Like you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, everything works. And then you run it and you're like, oh man, it scammed me again. No, no, no. Move. I need you to move there. Just go there, please. Okay, cool. Save. And post. Oh. Token is longer. Don't care. It's only five tokens. Oh, the polishing machine just went into high RPM mode. We're 3 hours in. It's like the secret technique of the blade sharpening, yeah? how to really polish the car. It's just for 6 weeks you have to do wax on, wax off until you're gonna die, and that's how you polish the car properly, like master skill. You can't eat, you can't sleep, you have to just keep polishing. Okay. They're all round now. Yeah, you know, I took all that effort to making, well, I'll do it again. It's a little thing, eh? Do that one, and then we'll do the one that went the other way. Oh no, what's this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, what? It's still not right. Stop! It's still not right. There's still stuff not right. Look, we're missing here. This should be a resized image for 512. That's what that should be. So I think I need to drop one down to there. Go 512 by 512. And put the image in like that. Then put the image like that. I know it's kind of all over the place, but it was built with different things. It was built for video. I'm adapting it. I'm surprised it didn't tell me that there was a problem with that, though. It would normally have done that. So why am I doing what I'm doing? So 1024, 1024 is the SDXL resolution, and obviously the Flux resolution. It's a typical resolution for most high-res generation models. It's not hooked in either. I need to check that and find out, because remember, I was putting a video into it. So let me go back to my implementation here. So wait, so we load an image goes in there, and that's image downscale by, so that node was missing. Okay, so yeah, I'm good. I've done resize node instead, which is the same thing. So what I can do is just hook it in like that. So we'll have to do that for the rest of them as well. I wonder if there's any more missing. It did not obviously show me. Usually Comfy's better at that. I think the problem is that the workflow is so massive now, you actually have to seek it out. So noise seed, yeah? It's irrelevant. So I'll just have noise seed set to a number. Well, why can't you get noise seed? What? Hang on. Noise seed. What? This thing's gone crazy. It can't find the noise seed. Give me a sec. It's that. It's gone nuts. There. Noise seed. 42. What? What? Hang on. Hang on. No. 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 Aha! What the hell, guys? What was that all about? Okay. Cool. Attention-seeking noise seed, I guess. I don't know. It must be an old type of sampler. I don't use that one no more. I don't know. Int, mate. There it is. Yeah. In goes the noise seed. Now, are there any other missing? Oh, yeah, there's more missing stuff. Here we go. So, image resize 1024 by 1. We've already done that at the other end, so we don't need to do that again. And in fact, I know why. I know why that's there. It's so I can make it the right size here and be exact. Because it has to match. It has to match. Right, easiest thing to do here actually is just to do a primitive. 2 primitives. 1 for width, 1 for height. Because these both have to be 1024. Oh, and in fact, I think you only need it once. Because what we'll do is we'll chain it like that. And then, you know, this image becomes that size, this image becomes that size. We don't need this here, that's a silly idea. I think, yeah. And then we're going to do 1024 by 1024 with a 64, and then that means it's going to be the same. Where it and hot I eat. There. Alright, I think. And then we're going to need to do that setup for the rest as well. What? I said 1024, damn it. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense the way I'm doing things, but then you'll run into a problem, which I ran into, and it's kind of like why I end up doing it the way I'm doing it. I don't go, I want to do it like this because it looks good. I do it like this because that's what worked in the end, kind of thing. And it may have taken many hours of failures, frankly, to get whatever the hell it was to work. So you just have to be persistent. Just don't give up. Alright, I think that we've resolved all of the bugs, so we can actually try running this thing now. And the irony is that it's going to make a completely different ship and a completely different island every time. Which was the idea. So this isn't just going to make like one airship and one location. It's going to make many airships in many locations, and we are saving the originals. So if we can leave this running overnight, and if it comes up with a really, oh, that's going to be bad. When it's not centered, that isn't going to work. But again, so actually, skip. Like I said, I'd leave it on instant, and you just leave it on overnight. And when you come back, you're going to get a bunch of, funnily enough, you'll get a bunch of videos as well that are like relit video from a still. And this isn't image generation, because we were doing this like this isn't video generation. We were doing this like a year ago. What about the flight? Oh, I haven't forgotten. I'll be like pulling the ejector cord in like 5 minutes. What we're going to do is look, there's no point, like, when I had half an hour to explain how to do merging, even if I'd done the last hour and a half on it, it probably, because, you know, I like to take the time that you need to explain what it is, right? Let's have a look. Oh, that one came out good, didn't it? Look at that. It hasn't even been touched up yet. So it's still got the blue edging. Yeah? That's what the in-paint is to fix. The in-paint fixes the blue edging. If you shrink the mask, it just looks weird. And look, the letters are backwards, because we just used the mirror trick, okay? To make the ship be going a different direction. Obviously, to make the ship smaller, you just add more padding. But you have to bear in mind that it's going to get cropped to 16:9 no matter what. So if you want to make it really small, you have to actually add a lot of black. And if it just, you know, if it just proportionally, right, to get it to shrink down, you've got to be clever. Generally, if you add more to the width, it will make it shrink. But this is quite a primitive way of moving things around. It's easier to actually have a dedicate. There are nodes which allow you to just drag around and resize the thing. Okay? So I wanted to do basics first. It's funny. He wants to do basics first, so we ended up building this. He wants to do basics first. Oh, look, we've already got one. Oof. That doesn't look good. That looks pixelated as hell. So yeah, there's some tweaks we need to do. What the hell is it doing? It is doing lighting though. It's got a 2-second lighting loop. It's just looks like a video game right now. It's really pixelated. Oh! Oh! Look, see, here's the lighting. Look, there's the lighting loop. See, there's so many things that need to be tweaked, right? Oh my god, look at it go. Did you see how quick it was going? I'm going to upscale it now. With the tiled upscaling. Look at this. The resolution is screwed, so something's not right somewhere, you know, because it's pixelating. Relight frame rate 30. Obviously these aren't being used, so we can clean them up. There's basically there's something that needs tweaking in this workflow, right? But are you surprised? Are you surprised that something needs tweaking? It's like 5 workflows in one, really. Because what have we got here? We got obviously Lora text to image twice. And then we've got composition control 3 times, and then we've got in painting 3 times, and then we've got relighting 3 times, followed by resizing and batch blending, so more composition. So that's the second, you know, 3 more compositions, and then upscaling as well. And I think this upscaler might be set to 1.0 when it should be set to 2. But I've probably done that for speed, okay? So, like, if you wanted to put that up, you just change this value here to 2, or 3, or 4, or whatever it is that you want. It's just my tiled upscaler set up for animation tasks. And it's set up for default 60 frames, which is obviously 2 seconds at 30 frames per second. You could change it to 50 if you want to do 25. Okay, obviously you'll have to change the relight frame rate stuff. See, what I'll probably do is like combine all the controls, maybe simplify it down to just 1 run so it's not making 3, but I thought it would be cool. So you got location, airship. Also, you can independently say, oh, I don't want to change the seed for the airship, but then you might be like, oh, I want to have the same airship at different locations. You see what I'm saying? It's like now you start to see what the hell this madness is all about. It's I have ship in thing. I want make image, many image thing on places. That's actually a pretty cool design. It looks basically like a plane though, with the, you know, all tail. It's come out so derped. It's because it didn't actually upscale it. It didn't actually upscale it. It just made it. Let me just check something here. Save that preview. It's suspiciously small, guys. I think it might be coming out at 512 for some reason. Yeah, it is. It's coming out at 512. Right, so it's not. See, it should be at 1024. So something. Ah! God damn it. So it shrunk to the relight when it's supposed to expand to the relight. So that kind of breaks the whole thing. I think this one is set correctly. And that one is, so it was just the first one was set wrong, so the rest should be okay then. Mind you, how did these look? Yeah, these look great. These look great. So it should have been fine. It's interesting it's doing it backwards. I don't know why it's doing it from the bottom to the top, but whatever. Shuttle Jaguar. Excellent model. I think that's what we're using. Yeah, we're using Shuttle Jaguar Q8 today. Okay, it's made the last one, so let's have a look here. So this is what came out. So it's the same image, but relit. Now, this would be, oh my god, it's so flicky. This is, and it even has the D-log. So where is it right now? Where's this one? Where's this one gone? Do we not get this one? This is the actual upscale. This is like pre. I wonder what happened to it. It's not doing this anymore, so. Oh wait, it should do it. It should do it. It did this one. This is what happens when you make it too small by accident. Looks like some kind of Aurora type thing. And also what you do is you interpolate the hell out of this to make it even slower, and then it becomes a loop. But back in the day, it used to take ages to make these loops. It's funny, back in the day was last year, by the way. Isn't that funny? Or maybe a year before. It's like 2 years. The AI is so young, you know what I mean? It's such a new thing. So where are we now? What are we doing? Oh, okay. Wait, what? Is it that one? No. Ah, it's still doing this. Look how it's so fast, man. Like literally, I know we get like the spoiled. We go, oh man, I had to wait 10 minutes. Dude, I can remember when it used to take 7 minutes just to get a 512. That one's nice. And it is doing the light map. You see what I mean? It's doing the light map. The upscales that come out of these are going to be the best. I don't know. This one is one I want to grab. Now, obviously, if we were going to interpolate this, we can slow motion, right? So you keep the frame rate the same, make it longer, right? Because, like, what are we interpolating? There's no movement. It's going to be... It's just the lighting that gets interpolated, so it'll smooth out and slow down and look less crazy. But it's efficient to do it this way, you know? You're not generating 10 minutes of video, you're just stretching out a still, really, that's been relit according to depth. But yeah, there's probably better ways, newer ways of relighting video as well, but I haven't seen one that's portable like this. That you can just integrate into any model you want. Sometimes they're like put everything into a big stack. Like this is like this thing. Everyone's been raving about this thing lately, and it's cool. It is cool. But when they do it like this, there's less you can do. It's just, you know, because you can't get at it. Like, where do I put my Lora? Can I put my Lora into this that I trained for WAN? Oh no, you can't. You see what I'm trying to say? That's the thing I'm trying to put out there. When it's cool, I love it. Don't get me wrong, but we need native integration so that we can do pipeline stuff with it. Can't do anything like this because you're stuck with their stuff. Now, yeah, sure, you could write your own nodes that take these values and understand all of it, but then it only works with this. That's why there's a native ecosystem. You know what I mean? That's why you can build everything in every different way and it's fine. You know, like what? We've got a sampler custom there. We've got a sampler custom advanced there. Let's see what else we've got. Where is it? Yeah, sampler custom advanced. What's this one? Sampler custom advanced. What's this one? There isn't one. What's this one? Sampler custom advanced. Like, you can mix and match. You can do whatever you want. You can take bits from here and bits from there. You've already got that model. You don't need to download it again. With this other one, all the models are in one file, and it's 19 or 49 gigabytes. So obviously, it's cool because they're showing off their stuff, and they want to make sure it works. So that's why it's like that. Smart, but impractical long term. So, look. So we got. Wait, is it making another one? No. Cool spaceship thing. It's still going. Okay, it's chugging along. There we go. So if you're making an illustration about an airship world where there are these floating cities, and so, like, for example, if I decide, oh yeah, this is actually one of my ships, you just freeze the prompt and then it will use that ship for different locations. Obviously there's a bit more, there's a little bit more you'll want to do to that, yeah. Like, you'll want to split the seeds, or fix the seed, I guess. Letting the prompt change is enough. See, I haven't even done that yet. Let's do that as we finish this off. So randomize and randomize. Now this can break now. Because remember, airships does contain some interiors. Airship locations does contain some airships. So potentially the next prompt might actually be completely wrong. So you got to be careful what you're doing. You know, you can do just random, but what I would do is I would queue selected output and then lock it when I find another suitable prompt from the list, rather than just Russian roulette with instant mode. Okay, right. But that does mean that you have like random layers, and it's under control because these are our airship designs and these are our floating location designs. And so if I want to get concept art for the locations in a story, and it's a new location that we've never seen before, I can estimate it with text prompt or a modification to a text prompt, and it's going to be, and this is the key, it's going to be consistent to the style that we've already established. Why? Because it was created from models which we always use in the same blend. Make sense? I hope it makes sense. The idea being train things for purpose, you know? Right then. So I think, on account of the fact I've got to be in London tomorrow, I better disappear. I better make like a tree. What the hell? Oh, it's still showing the crap one. That was not bad. Remember, this relight stuff is ages and ages old as well, by the way, guys. So don't, you know. I just wanted to show like a full implementation. What happens when we throw it all in a big thing. Because, like, this is what I wanted to make. I wanted to make little promo, like hero ship shop stuff, right? And I think we did it. Like I said. There it is. Alright. So yeah, tomorrow, we've got the models now, guys. We've got the models. So tomorrow we're going to be doing merging. That means difference. and there might be a few cool experiments you're not going to want to miss out on. So I will see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. We will be starting on time because my aim is to start early, and then that way no one's going to talk me out of it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow.